Hey YouTube, it is me, Nikki Z, and I am super excited to share this look with you guys. It's a bit of a smoldering, kind of like rockaholic, just grungy green, and I fucking love green. So of course I'm gonna wear green eyeshadow, and I figured, you know, for fall, why not? We're gonna have tons of wines, cranberries, and reds, and you know, there's gonna be like a plethora of like red eyeshadows. I love green, so obviously I'm going to throw some green into the mix. So here is the look itself. As you can see, there's a little bit of like a metallic gold on the inner corner of my eye, and I brought that out a bit. There's somewhat of a cat eye. It's basically, I didn't really use much liner as an actual liner. I kind of used it as a base. So super fun. The palette that I am using is the lovely Too Faced Rock and Roll palette. I mean, what better palette to pull off a grungy look, right? So yeah, anywho, I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys know the drill. And stay tuned to see how I got this look on my face. Okay, so it is time to get dangerous. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. This is in the shade Sheer. And I will be applying that to my entire eyelid, all the way to my brows. Now, I will be rubbing this in or patting it in. When you do this, go ahead and put it in the inner corner of your eye, as well as underneath your lower lash line as well. And you're going to want to let it set. So after you pat it in, wait about a minute before you apply any type of eyeshadow. So that way it's not going to be streaky. I noticed that if I'm in a hurry, sometimes my eyeshadow will become a little bit patchy and it'll adhere to the liquid eyeshadow primer, which can be very unpretty. So go ahead and pat that in. Let that set for about 60 seconds, and then you're ready for the next step. Okay, so the next step is to take a black eyeliner. I am using Mally's Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner. This is in the shade Midnight. I like this one because it's extremely creamy and soft. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of move my mirror a little bit so I can see what I'm doing so I don't stab myself in my eyeball. I need it, you know. I'm going to go ahead and apply it along my upper lash line, and I'm gonna apply it pretty thickly. Actually, I'm gonna be smudging it out. I will also be applying it underneath my lower lash line, but very scarcely, so I'm not gonna, I guess I'm gonna kind of like make a dotted line, if that makes any sense, like so. I don't want the black to be overwhelming. And I'm going to go ahead and take just like a little tiny flat paddle eyeshadow brush or liner brush. I'm going to go ahead and actually get the under eye area first because I didn't put much. I'm going to just kind of smudge that. And then on the upper lash line, I'm going to get it as close to my lashes as possible, as well as blending it upwards and outwards a bit. This does not have to be perfect at all. This is just going to work as a base for the green eyeshadow to make it a little bit darker, help keep it kind of grungy. Because this look is going to be kind of like a badass rocker chick look, I guess is the best way to put it. Pardon my French, if that's, I don't think badass is French. Whatever, you guys know what I'm saying. And I'm going to have a sip of coffee because I kind of need that. It's really late at night. And welcome to my life. Okay, now the next step is to take the Too Faced Rock and Roll palette, which is fabulous. Oh my god, I love this. This has like some of the most prettiest colors ever. in it. We are going to be using this green shade here. This, it's kind of like a gray shade, and then this shade right here. Also, this gold. Just to show you guys the actual eye look on one, at least my eyeball that's finished. We have the metallic gold on the inner corner. Basically, it's going to be kind of like a somewhat of a cat eye, metallic green with gray in the crease. It's extremely simple, guys. This is really easy to do. It looks like it took some time, but not really. I'm sure if I would just shut up, this tutorial would already be done. I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush. I'm going to grab the shade Glam Rock, which is that really neat gray shade here. And don't be afraid to grab a ton of product. It's supposed to look kind of grungy, so I mean that's completely fine. I will be applying that to the crease, obviously, here for a nice subtle smoky eye. I thought about putting the green in my crease instead, but I kind of like the look that I went with. I have, I guess, my eyes are, I think they're hooded. They look kind of hooded. Some days they don't, some days they do. It's kind of weird, but for the most part, all you really see is the liner. I'm going to assume that they are hooded. So this is going to actually help bring a little bit of drama to my eyelids. So I went ahead and took a blending brush here, and I'm kind of blending the edge of that gray to soften it for the highlighter. Now, this is going to be extremely fun. I'm going to take, you guessed it, the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, because this thing is fabulous. And I'm going to grab, let me find a brush to do this with. Alright, a paddle eyeshadow brush. I will be applying some of the spray, apparently all over my lap and my face, and the brush, of course. That was the whole point. Anywho, I'm going to grab some of the green shade here in Punk. This is actually going to make the eyeshadow a metallic color, which is really, really awesome. So I'm going to grab some of that, and I will be applying that directly on top of the black liner. Now for this, I'm going to bring it up almost all the way to my crease. But I will be stopping just a smidge before. Make sure you get it close to your lash line as well. Now, I'm also going to kind of do a little bit of a cat eye with it. Just kind of bring a little bit of it out, not a whole bunch, but just for a little bit of drama here. And then I'm going to grab a little bit more of the green and apply it right on top of that black liner that we applied underneath our lower lash line. Again, this does not have to be perfect. In fact, I'm afraid my cat eye might be a little bit too much. I think I kind of went a little crazy with it. So I'm going to just kind of... meh. Anyways. Okay, now we're going to have even more fun, guys. I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to grab some of that shade Punk again. I'm going to use it dry. And I will be applying it right on the very top edge of that green that we already applied. So this is going to kind of help blend the metallic part of it into that nice gray that we just applied earlier. So that way you have a little bit of metallic, you have a grungy look as well. This really does look nice on hooded lids, by the way. I grab a little bit more of Glam Rock, which is that gray, and I'm just gonna kind of blend a little bit of that green out. Awesome. Now I'm gonna grab the shade here, New Romantic, and I will be applying this with a paddle brush as well. It's kind of like a C brush. I really hope you guys can't hear the music. My boyfriend is watching a show. I know YouTube's like extremely picky on what, you know, anywho. Don't want to get into that because it's no fun. Alright, I'm going to take that same Glam Rock shade, that gray, kind of bring a little bit more upwards and blend in with that highlight. That way it's got this like super smoky, dirty, grungy look to it. Blending a little bit of that green as well. Bam. Like so. That is basically it. What we're going to do next is take a gold shade from the palette, which is the shade Wrap here. I'm going to use a very, very small brush for this. The one I am preferring to use is actually just a little thin angled brush. I'm going to get it wet using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Make sure not to get it all over the place. And I'm going to grab some of that gold. Alright, this seriously is so metallic and beautiful. I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to be hard for me to do, but I'm going to apply it to the inner corner of my eye and bring a little bit into the green, not a lot. And I'm going to connect that. Grab a little bit more of that liquid. I will be connecting that to, grabbed a lot, whoops. That is so cool though. I love this color. It's just beautiful. I'm going to connect it to the bottom. And just to make sure I kind of blend a little bit more into the green here. And I gotta make sure that my eyes match. So alright. This is like seriously just gorgeous. I love this gold. Like, it is the prettiest gold I think Too Faced has ever had in a palette. So, and they've had quite a few different golds. So I'm not like gold hating or anything, but I really like this one a lot. The one in Pretty Rebel's pretty nice though too. So yeah, that is basically the look here. It's pretty simple. What you're going to go ahead and do next, obviously, is line your waterline. I did not do that on this lid yet because, or this eye, because, yeah, I was waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, super smoky, super sexy, super fun. Now, go ahead and use a mascara. Obviously, black is the color. So I'm going to use an e.l.f. Mineral Infused mascara here. And I need to use it on both my eyes because, again, I waited, like silliness. I did order some false lashes. They are not here yet. And I'm hoping that maybe this time around I could actually put them on properly and not on my actual lid or by my brow or whatever. They tend to like walk off on me, and it's kind of like just stay in one spot. You know, I'm using glue, but they just kind of, I don't know, they get crazy, I guess. Ah, I got too close. I didn't stab myself though, it was just a little bit too close for comfort. Enjoy that. Because I am not going to try and refilm that. There's no turning back. Okay, boom. That is the eyes. Now, what I did for the cheek, I went ahead and applied the MAC Mineralize blush in Warm Soul. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that. I kind of wanted to have like a peachy pink tone, just because of the green. I kind of feel like that would complement more so than just a regular pink. Coral, I feel like would be way too much for the look. So since it's kind of muted, that's what I opted for. Now for the highlight, I am using the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter, and this is in Moonlight Pearl. This really complements the look quite a bit. So boom. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I said that. Okay. And now I'm going to decide what to do with my lips, because I haven't really thought that far ahead yet. So give me a moment. I'm going to think and brainstorm, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to go with the Colourpop Lippie pencil, and this is in Skimpy. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. Alright, and next I'm going to use a MAC lipstick. Let's see here. This is actually the shade Creamed Nude. It's a cream sheen. And I'm going to use a lip brush to apply this actually. So I'm going to grab some of that. Sorry, this is taking like forever. It's all like the Sandlot. Forever. Basically. Okay. That, ladies and gents, is the finished look. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. Obviously, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you guys know how to reach me. I'm all over the internets, of course. And yeah, so this is definitely something kind of edgy, really fun, by the way. I love green. You guys know that by now, though. I fucking love green. Green is just the shit, and I will wear it every day if I could. So, yes, that is the look. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video.